Hey guys, John here and welcome back to John's RC. And today we are back with the E-Flite UMX P3 Revolution. And I've actually done a pretty cool upgrade to this in hopes of getting a little extra performance out of it. So I was browsing RC groups and I saw that a pretty common thing to do with these little UMXs on the original 2-cell board, not the modern 2S and 3S board, was to add an external ESC. And when I first saw it, it looked crazy. I mean, the little board already handled a lot of power for this plane, so adding an external ESC to like a UMX GB or an EDF jet looked really cool. So I had to try it, and let me just tell you, it was a lot of soldering trying to get this thing on. I can't really show you out of the plane, inside the plane anymore, because I had to take everything apart. I had to remove the wing and remove the fuselage, everything. But I can tell you I'm using a crack 15 amp ESC. This is the ESC that's typically used in your Twisted Hobbies profile planes. I just had a spare one to use, so I just pulled it out of a plane that was out of order for now. So there it is. You can see that the battery tray actually had a little hole in it, so it was perfect to just fit it under the battery tray. So I will post pictures of everything, but essentially all you need to do is you need to remove the servo lead out of your ESC and put on a UMX servo lead. I think it's called an SH Pico. I'll put a picture to that. And you need to plug it into your channel 5 board of the channel 5 plug on the UMX board. And after that, you're pretty much good to go. The battery I'm using required me to resolder the ESC to be on XT30. I'm using a GNB 2S 300 mAh battery pack, and it's on high voltage, so it's a 4.35 cell plane. I'm sorry, battery. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I tested it at my house. I didn't fly it, but I did a little punch out, and it looks super fast. So the only thing here is I'm kind of wrestling to put the canopy on, or the hatch on. Alright guys, I got the battery in, so I guess I'll be taking off just right here. You can see I have all of the controls still. One of my favorite things about this plane is the insane elevator authority. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to perform with that ESC upgrade. Okay. This is like 20% throttle. Oh, it's locked. All right, so let's just do a little punch out and see how it performs on that external ESC. Gonna go full throttle. Oh yeah, unlimited vertical. Well, that's awesome. This thing flies amazing. It's crazy locked. That was one of my favorite planes to fly ever. This little UMX P3. Let's go in for a little hover. Oh yeah. Let's go inverted. Needs a little more elevator to hold it inverted. Let's try a rolling circle. Knife edge. Yeah, this thing knife edges perfectly. What an incredible upgrade.
I remember
It's going full throttle again.
On the first day we got 1.7K. Yeah.
That's really nice. I have my timer set to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It looks like it's been 2 minutes already. I think I'm only gonna fly to 3 minutes because I don't know how much this board can stand. Sorry, how much this battery can stand, not the board. But essentially what's happening here is it's more like a traditional airplane now, and it's not utilizing that 2-in-1 receiver. So pretty much what's happening is you have an ESC to handle all of the current coming from the motor, and then that little receiver is just, I mean, the ESC is there to handle the motor. So have the ESC for the motor, receiver for the servos. But this thing just flies so phenomenally, guys. It looks excellent in the air. This black and red scheme is probably one of the coolest out of E-Flite's planes ever. 1 minute on the clock. I can't tell I'm running out of power. Let's go in for one more hover. And of course, UMXs are always a little bit of a handful to hover, but this one's a little locked. You can see. All right, let's go ahead and land it. Oh man, blew the landing. But all right, so that was my second maiden flight on the UMX P3, and that was with the bigger ESC. And you can tell immediately after that punch out, it has an unlimited vertical. I think it had an unlimited vertical before, however, it was a little bit slower, but you can see with that higher voltage battery and the more powerful ESC, it just went straight up into the air. But you can see here, the battery isn't even hot, it's just warm, and the ESC seems fine. But of course this motor is a little bit hot to the touch, so I think you're gonna get a little extra flight time, but what you wanna watch out for really is this stock motor. You really wanna watch out for the motor temperatures and make sure not to overheat it. But yeah, the original board just holds 6 amps, it's good for 6 amps, and having that extra 9 amps is just really, really cool in the air. So 15 amp ESC, 6 amp, it's awesome. So that's pretty much it. Of course, like I said, I'll post pictures to everything I did. It's super straightforward, but it's a lot of soldering, micro soldering, and be careful. Of course, be careful just pulling everything apart. You can do this pretty much on all of the old UMXs. The modern UMXs, the 2 and 3S boards, you probably don't want to mess with those because those already have an insane amount of power. But these, sometimes a little more power to be desired, and this was an amazing upgrade. So that's pretty much it. So thanks for tuning to John's RC. And if you're new to this channel, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one.